Creativity is the air we all breathe. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I, Shreeya Katyal, welcome you all to today's talk. I'm at Marwah Studios, and today I'm in conversation with a very creative and experienced soul, Mr. Adeep Tandon, who's a very proficient cinematographer. So let's talk to him and know about his journey.
I call myself accidental filmmaker. In fact, after I did my BSc in geology, I was wanting to do my MSc and then go for doctorate. But somehow I was delayed by a week. And that 1 week changed the course of my life. And my father and my uncle, they were all wanting me that I should take up a really good job at that time, but I was not interested because I wanted to be whatever I would become in my life on my own rather than by support of anybody. So, by sheer accident, I never applied for a film institute or anything. It was my elder sister who used to read the screen, and there was an ad in the film for the film institute in Madras, and she filled the form for me. And the day I was supposed to go and meet my uncle because he kept on pestering my father, why you're just sending him to me? So I ultimately I told him, okay, I'll go in the night. But that day in the afternoon, I got a telegram from Madras. You have been selected and come and join. I didn't know where because I had never applied. So my sister told me, look, I had applied on your behalf. So I got an excuse in order to not joining the job, which was I was getting on the recommendation of my uncle. I told my father, I said, sorry, Dad, I'm not going to Delhi. I'm going to Madras. He rushed from the office. What is Madras business? So I told him, look, I got admission in the Film Institute. And he knew that I was never interested in films. So he just put me one question only. Son, are you really interested? And that is the biggest lie I told to my father in my life. I never lie. But that day I told him, yes. And my father said, well, in that case, I shall not come in your way. Go and fulfill your dream.
So basically, you were not interested into films. Your sister was, and she put you into the field. Okay, but then how was the journey after joining the institute? Like, obviously, if you were not inclined towards it, then I don't think that somebody can be so proficient.
You see what happened? Once I joined the Film Institute, then I had no excuse. So I topped in the institute there, but I realized later on that there wasn't much for me to learn in Madras at that time, because that was a state government institute. And I wanted to join Pune Institute. So I applied from Madras Institute for Pune. And I had my written test in Madras. And I got selected. I was in the merit list number 8. They wanted 10 students, so I thought, well, I'm certainly going to get selected. And eventually, after giving interview, etc., there in Pune, I was put in the merit list number 4. And once I joined the institute, then I didn't want to be the second best. I wanted to be the very best. So my effort was all the time there to prove to my father, okay, look, I can be on my own. I can be somewhere on my own. And since then the journey started and it's still going on because I am still a student learning every day in my life.
So I think that perfection is an addiction for you, and that is what made you ace your profession. Okay, coming on to your projects, your assignments, how was that thing for you? What were the projects you took, and like if you would like to share something which is very significant, that a memory kind of thing which you still remember?
Well, I the moment I gave my exams in Pune, final exams, I got a job in NIT as a film officer. So 4 months I was as a film officer. It was a very lazy kind of job. I went there to learn animation filmmaking because at that time animation cameras were very limited, 2 or 3 cameras in the country. And so I said, okay, let me learn animation filmmaking also. But after having done that, then I said, if I stay back in NIT, eventually I will become the director of the institute, but that is not my aim. So I quit the job and I joined Satyajit Ray's director of photography as his chief assistant. And from there, my feature film career started. I worked on 3 projects with Subrata Mitra as his chief assistant. One was Bombay Talkie, an English film by Merchant Ivory Productions. Then Ismail Merchant made a film, he directed a film called Mahatma and the Mad Boy. and the third was a series of TV commercial for American television. And after doing that, I came down to Bombay.
So that is why I told you guys that he has immense experience. So we know that the best kind of knowledge is that is beyond those four walls, and that is what you are carrying with yourself. So I would like to know from your side that in your journey while working, what have you gained and learned from it, so that these people can get inspired.
You see, it's a constant effort of trying to improve whatever knowledge you have. And every day is a new day. Every day you have got to learn. You learn from everybody and anybody. You see, because what is cinema? Cinema is only projecting the reality in the society. And so, when you keep your ears and eyes open, then you keep on learning. And there is no end to learning because there is so much to learn. One lifetime is not enough. So that keeping in mind that and keep on doing the job to the best of our abilities so that even if the film doesn't run commercially, your work is noticed. And that is what keeps you on going for further projects.
So it's very important to create your own identity. Don't be merely copycats, because in creativity, copies don't work. I would like to have few tips from your side as a cinematographer.
First thing is that when you get the knowledge, correct knowledge, that you get a different kind of confidence, right? Secondly, you have got to be very observant. You are an artist and all that. Whatever you see in the society, that is what you project and try to imbibe in you and present it on the screen. Then third, your sincerity, nobody can take away your sincerity. You see, so these are the 4-5 points, that if you follow that, and don't worry about success and failure. What is success? Today it might be a failure, tomorrow it becomes a success. Raj Kapoor made a film, Mera Naam Joker, to the best of his ability, and such a great maker. That film flopped. But later on, that became a super hit. So, because you see what happens many times, what you are trying to present on the screen, audience is not ready for that, and it takes time for them to assimilate it. By the time they realize, oh my God, he made a masterpiece, then it becomes a hit. But even if your film flops, don't worry about it, because your work will stand out, and somebody is there who will always look for you. So your confidence is the one, but don't be overconfident. Confidence backed with knowledge. And knowledge comes by practice and being observant every moment of your life.
Very well said. Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming to Marwah Studios and enlightening us with your valuable words. Thank you. So, failure is fake. There's no word like failure. Either you succeed or you learn. So these were some golden mantras to success. I'm sure you have enjoyed our conversation and you're going to learn a lot from this. That's all for today in today's talk. I, Shreeya Katyal, sign off for the day. But I'll be back with another amazing celebrity guest for you. Till then, you keep watching MSTV, Har Pal Aapke Saath, and don't forget to stay connected.